Fair, listening to the new album Back for the Attack, that your music is taking form more now, that you're falling more into the category of heavy metal. I had the impression with the first two albums anyway that it wasn't, for me anyway, exactly heavy metal, but now it's more so in many ways.
Well, that might be your own opinion. I think it's this new record is very aggressive, but I think Tooth and Nail, our second LP, is the most aggressive. So if it balances out. You never know what kind of record. It just depends what we have for material and if it's good or not. And we don't really care if it's aggressive or non-aggressive, as long as the songs that we feel are good. There's so many writers in the band. There's a lot of styles that can come from the songs. A lot of songs don't fit the band that we don't use. So
we didn't write a record saying we're going to be heavy metal this time. Maybe one guy in the band thought that, but
yeah, we never said let's make just a heavy metal.
What sort of stuff do you or have you listened to yourselves?
Well, I personally like rock and roll. I like.
What about your classical side too? And you're listening to Windham Hill.
I like my Windham Hill records. Windham Hill is a record company in America that has a lot of guitar players with flutes and violins. I like Rachmaninoff, the classical composers. But in fact, I've written 2 songs with Dokken that I actually stole musical ideas from Rachmaninoff. I'm not telling you. Rachmaninoff's dead, so you can't.
Oh, okay, no problem.
But but then again, I like Motorhead. I've always was a big Motorhead fan, and I like Iron Maiden. I like Saxon. Early Saxon, I was really fond of, and the European band like Scorpions and stuff like that. I'm kind of schizophrenic, as a singer. I like the classical side. I like to sing the more vocals. Like Lost Behind the Wall is more of a flavor of Dio. It's got the very operatic vocal style that I do, and then again I like to do the Stand in the Shadows, which is more very straightforward, almost a little bit of AC/DC.
Talking of Standing in the Shadows, maybe we should talk a little bit about some of the songs on the album Back for the Attack.
Well,
Standing in the Shadows, for example.
Yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit about what that song's all about?
It's about hypocrites. It's about the Jim Bakkers. I'm sure you heard of them in America. Tammy Bakkers, Jerry Falwells, Jimmy Swaggarts. They go on television and they say, you're a sinner, you're all sinners. You have to pay this much money to buy a ticket to heaven, or you're going to hell if you don't pay me this much amount of money. This other guy, so what we said was, these are the kind of guys that said, you're a sinner, you're a pervert, you're into pornography, and you're all going to hell. Then he walks away from the church, gets in his car, drives down, and gets himself a prostitute. He's a hypocrite, and that's what it is. Standing in the Shadows, the words are basically, for his crime, they showed no pity, even though he'd done the same. They had done the same, It's on TV. I noticed once what really came from a song was that this guy was in there for pornography, right? We had this problem with the children molestation case, and the whole jury was saying, he's put him to prison, and we saw the videotape. It was really horrible. Let's watch it again. It's like we have to watch slow motion. They spent 8 hours watching the pornography tape of this man, and they said it was absolutely disgusting, and they need to go 2 more days to watch it some more. I said, oh, I see. You have to watch it for 4 days to see how bad it is.
Never thought our love would last for so long. Time and time and again, I thought that you would be gone. Still we kept love hanging on. I guess it's meant to be that your heart still belongs to me. And now it's stood the test of time.
name Dokken, there's obviously for us very interesting connection, a certain Norwegian connection, is that right?
Yeah, my parents are Norwegian, and my father, and my father's parents were from Oslo.
Now, tell them what the real meaning is, ready? Devil's organization killing kids every night.
Every night or even now?
So I just made...
That's for the PMRC, you know, they're so stupid, you know.
What's Dokken mean?
What's Dokken mean? It's some satanic thing for the devil.
Do you know any Norwegian?
Yeah, I think 1,000 thanks. I hope that, I don't remember it, I forgot. Tusen tack. That's it, tusen tack. Yeah, my parents didn't speak it to me as a child. No.
They said, Don, take the garbage out.
They said, take the garbage, eat your fish. I don't like fish. You're a good Norwegian boy, eat the fish. Have your sardines and kippers and salmon. But I want a hamburger. My father, he's a fisherman, and he loves to fish on his boat. And he loves fish.
His idea of fishing is this.
On the boat. He's a good Norwegian fisherman, drinking with the fishing boat.
Well, that's fishing.
Very
anyway,
Norwegian,
right?
yeah? With the beard, he has a very full beard. And I said, no, Dad, I want to be a musician. So he said, no, eat your fish.
You didn't start
Drink your
Norwegian
fish.
folk songs?
No. Yeah, he wanted me to write songs about kippers and stuff and sardines. So I said, no, can't do it, you know. But I am Norwegian. I mean, you should have seen me 2 days ago. I had a full beard. I shaved my beard.
Big Viking helmet.
Oh, yeah, helmet, big horns also.
Have you been to Norway at all?
Yeah, we just came from Oslo. It was my hometown, and we were in Malmo and all East West in Sweden, but we were in Norway.
Just Oslo, right?
It was great,
It was
you know.
great.
Went and saw the Viking ships, and
We went to a bar and bought all the champagne in the bar and got the whole town drunk. It
yeah,
was fantastic.
they had to stop the bar because they ran out of alcohol.
They said, you guys go home, go home.
At the end of the night, they gave us drinks for free. They said, we feel so bad, you spent so much money, we're going to give it to you for free now.
Well, I hope you realise what that means in this country, getting drinks for free.
What's that mean?
So the cost of things.
Oh, yeah. So, well, you should see our bill.
It was very
Believe me.
expensive. I couldn't believe it to buy a bottle of champagne for $100. And
Oh, it was more than that.
it was more than
At least.
So places
$150.
you've been going to.
But Mick's famous for spending a lot of money. We don't care about money. I mean, what are you going to do with it? You spend it. That's what it's for. If I'm 80 years old, I have $5 million. It's not worth anything.
Yeah, it'd be great to die and be $10 overdrawn on your bank account. You know?
It's good to leave the world owing money.